Oh, hey Trav.
Hello.
Tell us, when did you realize you had something to teach people? When did you get clarity about your vision and mission?
I got clarity about my vision and mission right from the start. I actually put on a seminar years ago, about 8 years ago, and at the end of the seminar, someone actually called me the bucket list guy. So one of the participants said, how's all this bucket list to do before you die stuff that you're talking about? It's like a bucket list, you're like the bucket list guy. And that day, that night, I went home and registered the bucket list guy, and the rest is history. It's always been my filter that I look at life through.
So you have a methodology, right? The blueprint, what's it called?
It's called the My Bucket List Blueprint. So it's a 12-letter acronym that helps people write a personally meaningful and holistic bucket list. It helps people extract and then articulate a list and helps people live life on purpose. And it's literally helped tens of thousands of, hundreds of thousands of people right around the world.
So you can see that you are very driven for this project. So where did you get your drive? What motivates you day in, day out?
Well, I was a swimmer growing up, and I guess getting up at 5:30 in the morning and not knowing any different. I still wake up to this day. I now am a bike rider, so I get up early every single day, and as an athlete and as a competitive athlete, that's always been my driver. But ultimately, I've done too much of this bucket list stuff not to help more people. In the beginning, standing on big stages, I was frightened, I was scared, it was intimidating. And a coach once said this to me, he said, you'll have those doubts always in the back of your mind. But if you go out and help more people, that praise, that adulation, that positive feedback will come in more and more and more, and that will drown out the little voice of doubt that you've got in your head. And for me, that has been completely true. So now I still have doubts in different situations, like my TED talk, but we've gone out and helped so many people that it's completely my drive. I get sent pictures and videos and GoPro footage of clients right around the world doing their bucket list with smiles on their face, feeling of fulfillment, and that drives me. They drive me now.
Okay, so I know that motivation is personal, but what would be your best advice, the number one tip for people to stay motivated day in, day out?
You know what? You can be self-motivated and kind of fake it. I just love getting around people, getting around people that are glass half full. We've all got to have a motivational ecosystem around us, a support system where we can go to and ask questions of and be inspired. And that could be a meal or just a coffee. At a lesser extent, I watch stuff on YouTube. I'm very, audio visual, and I love watching stuff on YouTube where that might inspire me for a morning. It might get me a little bit motivated. But that, along with surrounding myself with positive people, going out and doing good, is kind of the recipe for me staying motivated.
Okay. So how do you handle setbacks and failure? I mean, if you have a list of dreams and goals and you want to achieve it and you can't, how do you handle that?
Oh, I don't have any setbacks and failures, mate. Of course I do. I go back to my vision. I go back to my mission. And as cheesy as that might sound, it's so true. I go out and I've been through depression before. I go out and help someone in some form or another. And I've done that really my whole life. And go out and help someone, however you can.
So when someone discovers what they love to do, but then they think they don't have the talents to strive in that particular item, would you in your case push through anyway, or what would be your advice?
No one's got the talent to do anything. Everyone's faking it. So why be any different? There's a lot of talent will only get you so far, but persistence and determination will get you the rest of the way. There's a lot of just persistent but not very talented people out there absolutely crushing life and crushing business because they are persistent and they are determined. They know they're not perfect, they know they're not the best guy or girl for the job, but they're more persistent than anyone else, and that's what makes them win.
Okay, so about persistence and short-term planning versus the long-term vision, in your opinion, what should get most of our focus?
Oh, look, daily. You know, it's what you're doing today, and we share this. It's our rituals and routines that we do when we wake up in the morning. Our morning ritual, our launch program, our launch sequence. It's how we start our day, how we bookend the end of our day, how we finish our day as well. It's what we do in the minute detail of our daily working day that really makes a difference in our weekly, then in our monthly, then in our 90-day, then in our, our whole year.
Okay. So you have this movement of bucket list coaches. So where do you see this movement in 5 years' time?
5 years' time? Oh. To be honest, we're rebranding life coaching. Life coaching is it's not tangible. If you're a life coach and you go into a corporate, you'll get laughed at right around the world because it's untangible, it's airy-fairy, it's hard to sell, it's hard to get, but a bucket list coach is very tangible. And I say a bucket list is a tangible life plan where our career plan or our business plan should fit into our life plan and not be the other way around. So our bucket list coaches are out there helping businesses, employees and everyone in between create these life plans and create a more tangible life plan in the process. Look, we'll be in, how many countries we'll be in, I don't know. It's a lot, but I've got goals in the 5 years. We'll have 300 coaches, 300 to 500 coaches at the end of this year. In 5 years, there'll be thousands.
Okay. So I know you will spend some days in Portugal. So what will be your number one bucket list item you want to tick off?
Well, I've already ticked off, and you might think travel, castles. No. I've ticked off eat a Portuguese tart in Portugal already. So I went down to the famous patisserie. What was it called? Patisserie de Belém. There we go. And had a Portuguese tart. I sat there, I got my ticket before you kick it sign out. They thought I was completely crazy. I don't care. That. And also, I went to the castles and it was amazing. And the monastery, amazing. I did all that yesterday. But to go to the beaches, to go to Nazaré, I think that's how you say it, Nazaré. I forgot my jet ski. I didn't pack my towing board, but maybe next time. But I'd love to go. I'd love to see Nazaré break and stand on that cliff, and someone take a photo of me, and I'll do the ticket before you kick it sign.
Okay. Thank you very much for the interview.
My pleasure.